Hey y'all, we are continuing our New Beginnings Journal for 2021. I just got a simple composition book. You can make it fancy if you want to. I don't do fancy. So I titled it New Beginnings Journal 2021. You can go to the last video I did last week to see what we covered last week. We're doing this on Facebook, and I decided to bring it here as a summary. And I'm hoping some of you will join us on here and make some comments on YouTube, and let's get some interaction going. That's the fun of this. I learn from you, you learn from me. I'm accountable to you, and you're accountable to me. So the first thing we did this week was we talked about drama, and I could really give you some good examples on this, but you know, what's the point? So but I have a quote, and I put it on Facebook last week, and I'm going to read it to you, and it says it all. There comes a time in life when you walk away from all the drama and people who create it. Surround yourself with people who make you laugh. Forget the bad and focus on the good. Love the people who treat you right. Pray for the ones who don't. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Falling down is part of life, but getting up is living. And I love that quote. I don't know who it's by. If you have somebody or some things in your life that is causing you drama, causing you stress, the next title is meals. And y'all, I'm not fancy. I just scribble it. The reason I titled this meals or menu, however you want to do it, is because we all get in a rut. We need something new to cook every once in a while. So on my meals and menus, as I cook it, if we like it, if it's rated high up there, we're gonna put it on the list. We're country people and we eat simple. So some of my things, and I'll just go over 3 or 4 of them, is bean soup and cornbread, a chef's salad, shrimp cocktail, roast carrots, potatoes, soup and sandwich, taco, enchiladas, and the list goes on and on. I've got several pages actually for that one. The next one that we have went over on Facebook and is our projects. I'm the world's worst to not finish something. I'm the world's worst to not start something. And this list is not only for hobbies, but for projects you want to do in your house. For example, my refrigerator needs cleaning out today. Then I've got things like, I've got 2 quilts where I cut up my husband's mother's clothes, and I'm just making a 5-inch square patchwork quilt. I want to do that, and I'm doing one for my brother-in-law. I also want to learn how to cross stitch better and how to do embroidery. I've got projects that I haven't finished. For example, I'm doing finishing my best friend's chicken scratch. She wanted to do a quilt on it, but of course we lost her in November of 2019. I'm doing that for her. I'm finishing that block that she needed to finish, and I'm putting that quilt together. I've got a lot to do. The next title on the next page this week was words. And there is a whole lot I could say on this. Death and life, I mean, it's in the power of the tongue. You can hurt people with your words, or you can lift them up. I've titled this words, and right under it I've put my favorite quote, which is, and it's the Val quote, take every opportunity to be quiet. Right? Right. And that can go with your husband, your family. Sometimes we're just ill, and I'm fighting that. So if Sweet Hunter does something that gets on my nerves and I want to say something about it, I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to take every opportunity to be quiet. And I'm going to mark it out because it's done. And I'm going to smile. If I want to respond on Facebook to somebody that has said something that really offended me, and there are several things that sometimes they're like slaps in the face, not only to me but to other people, but I'm just talking about me. And I want to make a comment back. I want to put something. That's just the flesh. I have to take every opportunity to be quiet. And that goes for writing something on Facebook. If it isn't edifying somebody, then we don't need to do it. And your list can go on, and I could talk forever about that. The whole key to this New Beginnings journal is to take these pages and say, if somebody causes drama in your life, or you feel like causing drama in somebody's life, go write it down and don't do it, or don't respond. If you think of a meal that you loved and you want to make it again, go put it on the menu list. What's the other one? What else? See how I forget? That's why I have to make lists, y'all. Projects. Oh, I'm having to get organized on that. So I'm organizing different things where I can just pull them up to my recliner when I'm having to rest my back, and I can get busy on a project. So I'm going to try to organize my time on that too, because if I don't take time to do it, it will not get done. We also talked about cleaning, and I shared a little bit about Flylady. She actually changed my life. And before Flylady, way before cell phones and internet and all that, was Sidetracked Home Executives. Pam and, God, I can't remember her name. I've got the book. Old school. They taught me how a long time ago to do a index file and how to organize my life. And so this is my life box. There's a lot of things I'm going to share about this life box as we go along. But the thing I shared on Facebook this week is this index card. And what it is my basic weekly plan. And you have to work this out for yourself. Now, most of this is from Flylady combined with Sidetrack Home Executives. Flylady actually learned from them, but she didn't necessarily like the index box. I love the index box. And like I say, I'll be sharing a little bit more about that every time we do the video. This week, I share my basic weekly plan. On Mondays is catch-up day, and that's when, that speaks for yourself. Catch up. Normally, if it wasn't COVID-19, we would be going to church on Sundays, and we rest on Sundays, and which we do anyway. And things get here and there, so you want to catch up, get things put back where they belong. Also on Mondays, I do the home blessing hour, which Flylady teaches, and you set a timer for 60 minutes. This is all the work you will do that day, besides your zone, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Home blessing hour is you set the timer, you work as fast as you can, and if you're like me and have to rest in between because of a back or something, then you do that and you just turn your timer off. And you try to get your whole house nice and presentable in that hour. No deep cleaning on that. But the deep cleaning comes when we work in our zones. On Mondays, my zone is the laundry room. And that includes laundry, of course. When you do a load of laundry, you don't leave it in the dryer. You sort it, you wash it, dry it, you fold it, you hang it up, you put them up. And that's the way you do laundry. I'm not saying I do that all the time perfectly. Believe me, I don't. I'm not perfect. But that's the way we should do it. And at the end of the day on Mondays, my laundry is done. Now, I'm not saying I don't do laundry during the week. Now, it's just the two of us, so we don't have as much laundry except when we go out of town to our lake house and we bring back all the dirty clothes. I do have a lot of laundry. But basically, I do laundry every other day. So, just a load or so. But that zone, I want to get my laundry room spotless. I want my washer and dryer to be shining. And the shelf in there with the cleaning supplies, I want it to be organized. Tuesday is a free day. And I call that a free day because you can do anything you want. Now, you do have a zone to work in, too. But an example of my free day is that could be a time I want to work on a hobby, or it could be a time I'm doing a video, or a cooking video. Just anything. You can choose what you want to do. The zone for that day, for me, is my bathrooms. And I deep clean my bathrooms. And I do it 15 minutes at a time. And I don't work longer than 15 minutes. Wednesday. Wednesday is my desk day. That's when I pay my bills. That's when I organize my checkbook. That's when I do anything paper related. If I want to send a card to somebody or even write a letter, which is old school, but it's really nice to get a letter. I have a lot of friends that send me cards and letters. Making your menus out for that week. Making your grocery list out for that week. And you add what you do. My zone for that day is my living room, dining room, and my keeping room. We live in our keeping room. That's where I'm at right now. And it's basically the only one that needs a lot of detailed cleaning once a week. And we got the wood heater, which causes dust. But my living room, dining room, it's not really used much. So I basically can do it really quick. Thursday is my gopher day. And before 2020, that's when I did my errands. Now it's when I sit down, and if I need to shop online, I'll do my shopping online. I don't go in a store right now. And the zone for that day, for Thursday, is my bedrooms. If you have little children, I advise you to let them clean their own bedrooms. If they're 3 years old or up, they should be cleaning their bedrooms. And I don't mean the dusting and the vacuuming, which they like to vacuum. But I'm talking about they should make their bed. And it's not going to be like you like it. But hey, they did it. Brag on them. In our house, we just have our one bedroom that needs a good cleaning. We have a bedroom upstairs. It's just a guest bedroom, and nobody's in it, so I don't really do much in there, much at all. On Friday, that's my bacon day, and that's our date night. And we used to, well, we never went out on Friday nights. We choose lunch instead because, you know, it's so crowded. But, of course, now we don't go out. But I do something special like shrimp cocktail or something like that, something that I don't work to death, and make it real special. We can go out to the fire pit, and roast hot dogs. We can, you know, you just think of something special that don't cause you a lot of work that's special for y'all. And my zone that day is my craft room and my office. And if you just maintain it, it's not that hard. Saturday, we call it our play day. I'm not saying work is not involved. There is always work to do. But we do spend a lot of time at the lake. And so I'm not worried about work on that day. If I'm at home, I will do something, but I don't even have a zone listed on that day. You can do anything you want to. Do crafts, watch a movie, anything you want to. I love all that. And then on Sunday, I've got designated just for church and rest. Granted, we do church online now. We haven't been to church since March. I miss everybody. I miss going. But I'm so thankful for YouTube. Before COVID-19, last March, the year before, I had chemo. And I was at home 8 months. YouTube was a blessing to me. So I'm thankful for YouTube. I hope you're enjoying this series, and I hope that it'll help you somehow, some way. These things, I'll be 66 this month. But you know what? I'm thankful to be here. And I'm thankful I'm alive. After what I've been through, I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful when I wake up every day. And that's why it's so important to me to share these things. These are mainly for my daughters, because one day they're going to want to hear these things. And they're smart girls too. They know more than me. But this is just some little tidbits that I've learned over the years. I've always heard to listen to the older generation, and that they're smarter. And that's so true. if I knew back then what I know now, I wouldn't have made all the mistakes that I made. Of course, I also tell my girls that you have to go through things to get where you're going. And so the mistakes that we do make gets us to where we are now. I am a work in progress. I don't know everything. I don't know that I want to know everything. I am a wannabe. I want to do everything, and I want to learn things. But I'm a work in progress, and you are too. Thank y'all for joining me. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. It's like talking to an old friend. So, y'all have any questions or anything, you can message me on Facebook. You can leave a comment here. I love to interact. I love it. So y'all just let me know if I can help you in any way. And if I don't know the answer, I bet I can find somebody that does. Hey, y'all join us next week. I'll try my best to do another summary of what I'm doing on Facebook. And join us on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook and haven't joined YouTube, join me on YouTube. We have a lot of fun. See y'all.